Hello everybody and welcome to Cop For That. I am your host, the one, the only, the original jabroni, Marco Dottoni. New York City, right behind me. Thought I'd bring you up to a scenic view where I could make loads of noise and talk about the Reds against Everton in the Merseyside derby. This red machine is in full effect, and I was talking to my son Conway, and I was just basically like, you've got to get on board with this team right now. You've got to be watching every moment that they're on the pitch, because in my lifetime, I've not seen anything like this football inside. The way they play from minute 1 to minute 90 is a true joy to behold. Absolutely stunning the way this team performs on the field. And it was with great pride and excitement that I'm able to talk to you today about the Merseyside derby. So, we're at Goodison Park. It's a game that we don't normally succeed in relation to results. We draw there a lot. This Liverpool side, though, is literally breaking record after record after record. We are on such an unbelievable run over the last 2 or 3 seasons that it is staggering, to the point of arrogance, where you expect this team to win, and you expect this team to obviously win by 2 goals, as we've just broke our own record that has stood for a long, long time. Of scoring 2 goals in consecutive games. The only blip on the radar was obviously the 3-2 loss to West Ham, but we scored the 2 goals. So it kind of, captured another record that Jurgen Klopp has broke. So we're playing against Rafa Benitez, our former manager, who we love. And I knew for a fact that if the game got a little bit crazy, a little bit as we expected, that his name would be sung with passion by the Liverpool fans. I was home 2 years ago. I took my older son Cooper to the game, and it was Newcastle, then the manager Rafa Benitez against Liverpool, and we beat them 4-0 on that day at Anfield. And it was quiet. There wasn't a lot of Rafa Benitez, but this one had a special meaning because we wanted to turn the night. So we score an absolutely unbelievable first goal with our captain, the number 14, the legend Jordan Henderson. Who would have thought that years ago this man would have been basically told he could leave the club and he was getting replaced? He said, listen, Jurgen, put me in a more attacking, more advanced role and I'll show you what I can do. Well, he has. He's come up so big. He's won everything you could possibly win as a player with this team, and he's Hall of Fame for me. I mean, it does help that he rocks the number 14, my favourite number. He scores the most unbelievable goal. Now, bear in mind, we should have probably scored 2 or 3. Salah's got a brilliant opportunity. He goes with his foot instead of his head from about 3 yards out, and we miss. And then Joel Matip, free header from a corner kick. But then the breakthrough comes, unbelievable football. Like the passing, the movements, the wide play, the cutback by Robbo, and then Jordan Henderson on his weaker foot, edge of the box, left foot, bends it into the bottom corner. Truly breathtaking goal, breathtaking goal. That gives us the 1-0 lead. Then we scored a second on a counter-attack down the right side. Mohamed Ahmad Bruce Lee puts on the afterburners, makes Didier look like a 50p Sunday League footballer. Cuts in on his left, and when he does that, little dino arms Jordan Pickford has got no chance of making a save. He bends it around him, just below the top corner, side net, and it is a truly breathtaking goal. It gives us the 2-0 advantage. And then you're thinking, like most Reds, and we went into this game 5-0, easy. I think everyone I talked to was 5-0 Liverpool, 5-0 or 5-1, right? So we'll give the Blues a little bit of hope. And that's exactly what we did. Everton score just before the half. It's a little bit of a mistake, a little bit of lapse of concentration. And Liverpool are renowned this season because we're so expansive and so open when we attack. We make the field ginormous, right? So our fullbacks get wide, our centre-halves part, and our centre mids play this big triangle through the middle, and our wide attacking players, the right, the left, the centre, one drops in. So we're making triangles and diamonds all over the pitch, but it's massive. Now, where this Liverpool team excels, we're passing and moving the ball, one-touch soccer. And with one-touch soccer is a massive high-risk factor, right? High risk factor, because if you lose the ball, you're wide open, and obviously when you lose the ball, you need to condense the field, make it small, make it difficult for teams to play, to break you down, to eventually score the goal. So we lose possession when we have the ball, and basically we're very open, very expansive in the way we're set up to attack, and they go straight down the centre. It's a brilliant ball from Richarlison, and the former Leicester City winger gets on the ball. I think Everton paid very little for this lad, but he looks a quality player, and he scores to make it Everton 1, sorry, Liverpool 2. Now, here's the crack. I'm going to take it down a minute. Let's get a bit of shelter from this wind, because I'm getting battered by this wind. The best thing about this is we scored 2 goals on 20, and Everton are leaving. Like, they're flocking out of Goodison Park. They're flocking, they're going outside, they're slagging the club off, they're slagging the ownership off, they're slagging the chairman off. I mean, it's all kicking off by the Blues. They're all flocking out of the park. But when they score, I was made up, secretly made up, because it gave them a lifeline. It gave them a little bit of hope. It gave them that life preserver inside of the Mersey, because most of them have already jumped in the Mersey because the club's in such a mess. But they get the goal, Goodison Park erupts, and it's a catalyst then to say, unlucky, now we're going to stick a knife in and we'll go from there. So I'm just going to take you down. Let's go. Let's just try and get a bit of shelter. So I'll take you down. We'll have a little chat as we walk. So yeah, Everton get the goal. I mean, it's stunning, this view, innit? Look, it shows you view. Absolutely stunning is how beautiful it is up here. So they get the goal. Goodison Park erupts. They're going off the Reds, which is brilliant. And then the Reds decide, now it's time to stick the knife in and absolutely obliterate the Blues, which is what we do. So, second half, we come out. It's pretty much more of the same. I'll just keep this in my hand, actually. It's pretty much more of the same. There's the sun. I don't know if you can see it, but New York City's right over there. It's like the whole city, the whole skyline. We're not far from New York. So, second half, we go out again, and it's literally more of the same. Liverpool being expansive, being wide open all over the field. Everton not having any type of a chance to get back in this game after the goal they scored. Literally just resort to diving, basically. Diving and cheating all over the field. Like, it's kind of shameful the way they're playing at this point. Like, they're on the floor 1 minute. The referee was absolutely fantastic. He had a bit of a blinder, to be fair. Yeah, look at all the stone here. Referee has a bit of a blinder because he's not falling for any of the Everton nonsense. And he literally books 2 of the Everton players. And you know what though, we could have booked more than 2. I'm going to put it up. I'm going to put the phone here. We could have booked more than 2. We could have definitely booked 3. But I think we get the second goal from Everton not being... We do actually. It's a dive, another dive by a Blue. Another dive by a Blue. When you use a toy, when you use a toy truck as a tripod, funny, isn't it? Hey, there we go. We're good to go now. All right, so we get the. Oh Jesus, that would have been funny, wouldn't it, for the outtake video? Let's get the flag going again, hey lads. Let's get the coffee, that flag going. Look at this. Remember when we did that? Champions, champions, ole, ole, ole. So yeah. Diving all over the park, shameful, because they've got no other way of getting back into this game other than cheat. So that's what they deploy. What a shameful acts by the Evertonians. I'm going to go in 2-footed a little bit. Don't like to, because obviously, you know, I've had a couple of comments this week. We don't want to kick the Blues when they're down, but some of their actions were shameful in relation to the derby. The graffiti of some of our beautiful murals across the city. Just the list that just went on and on all week. You know, from this, I don't even want to talk about what they did as they were leaving the stadium. I mean, people know what they were doing there, but it's just shameful. You know, don't just because your team's absolutely diabolical, don't take it out on a team down the park. That's absolutely fantastic. It's not our fault. Your team's poop. Your team could be as good as ours. We don't spend any money, do we? We buy and sell players left and right, so we always keep our balance. Everton have just bought loads of rubbish over the years, and they failed miserably in the transfer market to sell players and to bring young players in. So the club's in dire strait, to be fair. I mean, Liverpool have had bad times, but I don't think we've ever been in disarray like this before. I feel sorry for Rafa Benitez, to be honest with you. And you know what? To be fair, he didn't get much stick. I think Evertonians now realise that they're just absolutely poop. So we'll go back. It's still 2-1. Salah scores another absolutely fantastic goal. Like, the level that Mohamed Amar Bruce Lee Salah's playing at now is just, it's on another stratosphere, and it's all because of Seamus Coleman, or should I call him Shameful Coleman, because he's crap. He was done 4 years ago. I can't even imagine how he still gets a kick for Everton these days. Like, he's literally terrible. He's got over you know what? I admire his heart, and he's a nasty little beaut. But he's terrible, and he's an absolutely shocking footballer, and he should not be playing against Mohamed Ahmad Rusli Salah. So they have a corner, everybody up. Seamus Coleman, God knows he's on the halfway line for some reason, and ball comes out to him and he makes a mistake, and then guess what? You've got a lad that runs 100 mile an hour, gets on a breakaway, goes one-on-one. He's got Everton player to the left, Everton player to the right, shugs them off, and then just puts it. People talk about Salah as being weak on the ball. I think he's a bull, and he's an ox. I think his balance is unbelievable. His stature in this team is just truly breathtaking, and he slots it across Dino Arms, Jordan Pickford, in the corner to make it Liverpool 3, Everton 1, and that was it then. That was them done. They were absolutely toast off that little bit of hope, that little sliver of hope that we gave them with the second goal. We just took it away with that goal. And then we get the ball to Jota, and then the fourth goal is absolutely phenomenal. I mean, I think the only sad thing was we could have scored literally 9 goals against Everton on this day. You know, we haven't scored 4 since the 80s, and it was a 4-4 draw, and I think we lost. I think it was an FA Cup game. It was one of the most unbelievable games ever at Goodison Park. It was 4-4, and then I think we lost the replay 1-0, if I remember rightly. Anyway, so Jota's goal is just unbelievable. He gets the ball in the box. His touch, his turn, his movement is absolutely phenomenal, and that gives us the 4-1, and that's it. Then Everton are done. But it was just an unbelievable display. Love Klopp going over at the end and giving it all that. You know what I mean? There was an Everton fan on the pitch. He walks out, he confronts 3 Everton people, players, gives them a load of crap, and then he walks back to the steward. The 2 stewards look at him. He must have been the hardest man in Goodison Park, because the stewards go, yeah, go ahead, get back in the crowd, lad. And, you know, over here he would have been tased, he would have been shot, he would have been arrested, and he would have been fined and banned for life. But in Goodison Park, you can do whatever you want. Freed them of the place. Just a very toxic place. Toxic fan base, toxic place to be. It must be very hard being a Blue right now, very hard, when the Reds are on fire and look like one of the best teams in the world, and Goodison Park is an absolute toilet of a stadium, falling apart around you, terrible facilities, terrible ground, terrible fans. It's just a shame. It's a shame how far they've fallen, and I don't see them coming back. And you know what? If they don't book their ideas up, they might get relegated. One more team is going to go down with Newcastle and Norwich, and wouldn't it be funny as if it was Everton? And it could happen. Alright, I've waffled on enough about this amazing team and how crap Everton's fan base is, so I'll leave it there. Like I said, brought you up to the Rock. This is where the US Army looked out to see all the British coming in to the port of New York, and then they attacked us and killed us all. And that is the 4th of July. A little bit of history for you. Big American flag flying over there. This has been Dots. This has been Coffee. Subscribe to the channel. Put a like on the video. A like would be fantastic. And I'll see you all soon. Ta-da. And you'll never walk alone. On a day when we march into Goodison Park and we smash them. We absolutely smash them 4-1. Ta-da for now. Ta-da. Merry Christmas, Everton. Man is scoring all around us. Cup pint singing, having fun. It's a season, love and understanding. Merry Christmas, Everton. Get it!